Hello, it is Wednesday, it's late on Wednesday, and it's time for a bit of a work in progress. So, if you follow me on Instagram, then, actually I can't remember if I post this, but this lady, her body, her armour, is all done. So the second part of this Sister of Battle series is up on Patreon already. So if you want to know how to paint the bolter, all the metallics, the shoulder details, right there, the corset, the robes, and I guess also by extension the purity seals and the inside of the robe there, then that is all covered in the next part. I won't be covering things like the grenades, because the grenades is just the same recipe as the bolter, and the actual little purity seals there. I do tell you what colours they are, I don't show you because it's dead simple. But yeah, the body is done. And I've already painted the head once, but I didn't like how it turned out, so I'm doing it again. So I'm at this stage at the moment. So just get this camera in. So that's where the face is at the moment. Basically, it's just the airbrush stage. I like to do this stage with an airbrush because it just gets your smooth blends on the face really easily. And then I go in and I highlight afterwards. So that's where we are at. The white balance is slightly off for some reason. It might be the orcs in the background throwing everything off. Let's see if that's out of the way, boys. Let's see if... Come on, focus on some... Wow, it doesn't want to focus on this face at all, does it? Okay, if I tell it to focus on the cork, this white balance is just well off. It's a lot warmer on the old screen than it is in real life for some reason. So yes, I'm working on that at the moment. Her face will be done soon, and I did one attempt at the base already. Again, didn't like it, so I stripped that and restarted. Other than that, I've been painting things on the couch while watching telly. So I'm on a bit of a Blood Bowl stint at the moment. So I painted this coin as a test for some metallics. It's turning out quite nicely. This is the old... What is it? Not that one. This one. Vallejo Metal Colour Exhaust Manifold. And then buffed up to silver. Now, I didn't know this before, but these paints, you can buff them to get them better shine. That's an interesting tip. You can, once you've actually painted these down, they're completely dry. You can actually take a lint-free cloth. I always want to say a lint-free cloth, a lint-free cloth, and then you can actually just buff and polish the surface, assuming you've got space, up to a shine. You've got to be careful so that, on these little rivets here, that you don't take the paint off and reveal the primer, which is why you want to let it dry for like 24 hours before you do that. But it works really, really well. It gets it really shiny and nice. So yeah, that was a bit of an experiment. I've got a gold coin knocking about somewhere, but I can't find it at the moment. I appear to have lost it. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But otherwise, on the couch, I have been painting Orc Blood Bowl players. So I've done 12 of them, all the ones in the starter set, basically. I'm in a kind of a finish your hobby mode, and I want to play Blood Bowl, and the reason I haven't played Blood Bowl is because I haven't had painted teams, so I'm just getting these guys painted to a pretty basic standard. I'm basically putting the most effort into doing the armor plates and then everything else, because the armor plates are like the most distinctive, and then the faces. So armor plates, faces, everything else is going to be pretty simple. Like all this cloth, don't need to put a lot of effort into that. It's around the back, no one's going to see it. So I've done all of the armor plating that's not going to be metallics of some kind. I've done it all to the same standard. This is all dry brushed on the sofa while watching telly, and then edge highlighted again on the sofa while watching telly. I've got Black Orc. Where's the other one? Ooh, there he is. Other Black Orc with a head swap from, I think, a Mega Knobs kit. With a bit of shaving down. Fit perfectly and looks great, I think. And then, you know, you've got, what is it? 2 Blitzers, who I've differentiated pretty much just by ponytail off one. Haven't touched up any of the black lining yet on either of them. And got the old 2 throwers as well. There they are. Yeah. 2 throwers. Yeah, they're not exactly identical, but they're close enough. One I'm painting the knee pad blue on, the other one I'm painting it silver on. And then the old 6 lineman line orcs. So again, all dry brushing, just get them done. And the thing is, I could probably have done this a little bit faster with an airbrush, but I wanted to actually just like sit on the sofa and paint something while hanging out. So that's why I did this. And it took me about 8 episodes of Bob's Burgers and 4 episodes of Preacher. So what's that? 4 episodes of Preacher, so 45 minutes each. 2 is an hour and a half, so 3 hours of Preacher. And 8 episodes of Bob's Burgers. 9 episodes of Bob's Burgers, let's say. They're 20 minutes each, so that's also 3 hours. So about 6 hours for all 12. So far, half an hour model in order to get the armour to this state. That's a very rough estimate based on how many episodes of television I watched over the course of the weekend. And I still need to do black lining and touch up on a lot of these, like scratches and dings, for example, there. And that guy there, this one, they all need black lining. But that's basically it. It's gonna be, you know, kind of this greeny bluish armour with white stripes and details and lots of metallics, and then the clothes are going to be a rough mix of, say, like Panzer Grey and some dark orangey browns, and that's pretty much it. Then paint the straps. I'm just going for, you know, quick, get them on the table. The skin's just going to be a quick brush paint with the old Castellan green highlighted up to that, plus some yellow, probably, in order to get it done. Maybe paint the lip. I'll probably paint the lips in the old Screamer pink and get the faces nice. But the rest of the skin's just going to be like wet blended up, probably. And then hopefully I'll have some orcs to be able to play Blood Bowl with. Then I need to start on the human team, who I've only actually got 11 models for because I sacrificed one to a conversion that went horribly wrong. So I'm actually down 1 lineman for the human team at the moment. But it's alright, I'll get myself an ogre. And I'm sure that'll work out the same. Yeah, a lineman and an ogre, they're the same thing, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I've actually been very productive this weekend, purely because I was able to combine chilling on the sofa with my partner with painting. And they were doing hobby type stuff as well on the sofa, so just, you know, big old hobby weekend on the sofa. Didn't get any of these on camera, but I will post the exact process for this blue armour on Patreon probably tomorrow, because I don't have quite enough time tonight. So yeah, part 2 of this already up. Part 3 well on the way. So you'll be able to see. Ooh, use your imagination. That I'm actually doing both colours of hair. She's going to have a white side and a black side on the hair, because she's got a strong centre parting down her head and down the back. So she's actually going to have a half and half haircut. So I've already done it once and it looked cool, so I know I'm going to do it again. It was just the eyes mostly that I screwed up, because these are quite some small eyes, and I always have difficulty with eyes. I did the pupils black, which was a mistake. I need to do them in a colour in order for them to look more real, because the eyes are too small to be able to actually see the pupils reliably. So I'm just going to do them in a colour and have the iris visible but not the pupil. And it should stand out a bit better from the surrounding area. But yeah, that's it. That's my work in progress video. Commissions are open. Basically, it costs £15 an hour for anything that I paint. Generally speaking, an infantry model takes me between 2 and 3 hours to paint. I pretty much only paint to one standard, which is a pretty decent tabletop standard, or I paint to display standard, and you don't want me to paint to display standard unless it's a character, because at that point we're talking 10 plus hours of painting for one figure. But for my tabletop type stuff, generally works out about 2 hours a model. These guys will probably work out about 2 hours each by the end of it, and they'll look good, and they'll have decals on, and they'll be based as well, although very simply, because from this point on it's mostly base colours and washes, and maybe a bit of highlighting and dry brushing. But yeah, commissions are open because I need the cash. So if you've got anything you want me to paint, I can paint all sorts of things. You've watched the channel, you know, I can paint all sorts of things, and I will paint it if it's a commission. It's not like painting my stuff for myself, where, you know, I get distracted and move along. No, painting a commission is a job, and it gets treated as such. So yeah, I've also still got a bunch of stuff that I'm trying to list on eBay. Alexi Pollux is already up there. He's up at a buy it now £300, but we'll see how that goes for now. I know it's the end of the month and some people haven't been paid yet, so I'm waiting to see how it goes out. Shakes out in the start of September. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you want me to paint something for you, get in touch. Robpaintsmodels@gmail.com. Give us a message on Facebook, or I guess you can message me via Instagram as well. You could DM me on Twitter as well. All the links to the socials are in the bottom, are in the doobly-doo down there. And yeah, so is my email address. Yeah, get in touch. I want to paint stuff for you. So, and yeah, rambly exit of the video. You been good? Yeah? That's good. I hope. Never know what people actually say when they hear me ask that question. It's a bit weird. I hope nothing bad has happened this week. So, there we go. Oh, also a sneak peek of something to come. Oh, it's done that thing again.